Hello my friends, in today's video, you will learn about the story of an Afghan girl who overcame all her fears and accepted help from another country to live the best possible life in her home country, Afghanistan. But, so you don't forget, please, before this video starts, don't forget to leave your like. Thank you. Little Zubaydah Hassan lived with her family in a small, remote village in Afghanistan. In 2001, when she was only 9 years old, Zubaydah suffered burns that would change her life forever. She was severely burned when she put fuel on a stove. The flames reached most of her face, neck, chest, and arms. In a local hospital, an ointment was applied to the areas reached by the flames. Her injuries were so severe that her parents took her to Iran, where doctors said she would not survive. But she miraculously held on. Zubaydah did not die, but her injuries resulted in horrific disfigurement. Her condition was critical. The lower part of her face literally melted and stuck to her chest. Her parents took her to all the local hospitals, but the doctors said they could do nothing for her. It was then that, in February 2002, local merchants suggested that Zubaydah's father seek help for the girl at the United States military base. The soldiers took pity on Zubaydah and her family. The girl suffered a lot of pain and was unable to eat or sleep, as her eyes and mouth could not close completely. The U.S. government contacted Dr. Peter Grossman, a renowned plastic surgeon from Los Angeles. He was a specialist in burn victims, and even so, he recognized that Zubaydah was a very serious case. The Children's Burn Foundation, a charity organization also located in California, allowed the young burn victim to travel to the United States for treatment. The girl flew with her father to Los Angeles to meet Dr. Grossman and his team. The doctor immediately knew he had to do something to help that girl. He estimated that her treatment would take 3 years to complete, and that she would need to undergo many surgeries. Dr. Grossman and the team used several skin grafts from her back during the procedures. In addition, she received steroid injections intended to soften the skin where possible. The surgeon showed his skill in each operation. Little by little, the scars transformed into the little girl's face. However, it was not easy for Zubaydah. In addition to the medical suffering, she found herself thousands of miles from home, in an environment opposite to her home country. But soon she would be welcomed in a way that no one could expect. During the series of surgeries, Dr. Grossman became very attached to the girl. When Zubaydah's father returned to Afghanistan, the doctor and his wife decided to stay with her while she was in treatment, in order to make her ordeal more bearable. The two had no children, so Zubaydah's presence brought good humor and energy to their lives. Zubaydah has a light and cheerful nature and is a talented dancer. She learned English in 12 weeks at school and surrounded herself with friends. She soon began to call the Grossmans Mom and Dad. The girl celebrated her 11th birthday and 10th surgery simultaneously. After only a year, her treatment was almost over, as was her time living with the Grossman family. Saying goodbye was difficult for all of them, but they knew she had to go home. Dr. Grossman flew with Zubaydah to Afghanistan to return her to her parents. The Hassans couldn't believe it when they saw their daughter again. They were speechless. And it was no wonder. Their sweet little daughter was unrecognizable. The generous Dr. Grossman will never forget his patient or his daughter by consideration. "If I find out you got married at 13, he joked, "I'll spank you." Zubaydah laughed. She and her family will always be grateful to the doctor, their angel from America. Practically everyone who came into contact with Zubaydah was saddened by her tragedy, but amazed by her courage and transformation. Many people came together to help this little girl and give her something that was almost stolen from her, her childhood. Zubaydah will always have scars, but just meeting her is enough to realize how beautiful and vibrant she is. This incredible story about the tragedy of an unbreakable spirit and a girl's iron will, as well as the goodwill of humanity, is truly inspiring. What Dr. Grossman did is very admirable. He clearly goes beyond what his profession demands. He sees his patients not as problems to be fixed, but as human beings. A true hero. And you who followed Zubaydah's story, what did you think of the before and after of this Afghan girl? Comment and don't forget to click like. If you are new here, take the opportunity to subscribe to the channel so you will have easy access to our stories and updates. Thank you and see you next time.
Assista ao vídeo indicado.
Watch the dubbed video.
Mira el video doblado.
吹き替え版の動画を見てね. شاهد الفيديو المدبلج. 더빙된 영상 봐. Regarde la vidéo doublée. Schau dir das synchronisierte Video an. Guarda il video doppiato. Смотри дублированное видео. Dub kiya hua video dekho. Dublaj the video yu izle. Tonton video yang sudah didubbing.